Hey guys, LPocket77 here, and I did say I wasn't going to have this review out till probably the end of the week, but I did find some spare time and did really want to try out Piatti as he was just sitting in my club. So Pablo Piatti is an Argentinian midfielder that plays for Valencia in Liga BBVA, Spanish league. He has 2-star weaker foot but 4-star skill moves, and on the Xbox was going for sort of between 180 to 200 recently, and on the PS3 according to Footwiz about 200. As for the team I'm using him in, you'll see there he is playing left forward with a few other informs in my Liga BBVA Silver team, changed a few players around. May as well look at his card stats as well, and he does have 87 pace, 85 dribbling and 75 shooting, the sort of stats you're probably used to seeing on a gold card. You may have already seen his in-game stats, but as usual we'll have a look at them again. He is 5'4", left-footed, medium attacking work rate, high defensive work rate. I'll talk about that later as that is a bit of a problem with him, to be honest. 2-star weaker foot, 4-star skill moves, and doesn't have any player traits. In the physical attributes, 93 acceleration, 93 agility, 94 balance, 92 jumping, 84 sprint speed. Sprint speed's lowered there by the high acceleration, but it's still amazing stats for a silver player. On to his mental attributes, and they're not actually too bad. 68 aggression, 73 attacking positioning, and 71 vision. Lastly, there's his skill attributes with 86 ball control, 81 curve, 87 dribbling, 80 finishing, 85 long shots, 78 short pass, 79 shot power, and lastly 77 volleys. So before I show you some gameplay from him, I thought I would show you my routine with Piatti as soon as I get into a match, as I do change him to a right forward as soon as I get in, and as I said, he does have high defensive work rate, medium attacking work rate. I'll tell you what happens to him, or what happens to him in game afterwards when the gameplay comes on if you don't do these changes. But what I'm doing now is going to show you pretty much how to go into the match and change his work rates so I can make Piatti into high attacking and low defensive, what he should be for a winger rather than what he actually is, where he defends low. Anyway, the gameplay should be on your screens now, and to be fair, I did score quite a few goals with him. He was a really fun player to use. But while we're on the topic of work rates, I may as well talk to you about them. Obviously, he does have the medium attacking work rate and high defensive work rate. What that pretty much means is that in game, he just defends absolutely loads and pretty much loses about 10 fitness, 5-10 fitness every single match, which is absolutely horrible. If you don't do these changes at the start of a match, unless you play pass and move and go on loads of runs with him, you will pretty much have a left back, and that's probably the biggest negative about him at all. That's the one reason why I didn't really know if I wanted to actually try him out, as I did try a few matches sort of without changing his work rates, and he would basically play as a left back. You'd end up with him centre mid, he'd just go absolutely everywhere, he'd just basically follow the ball around the pitch if you weren't attacking. And then when he did come to attack or counter attack, he'd just stay there at the back, wouldn't really run forward at all, and the centre mid or left back or someone, they'd make a run forward and he'd just sit there. So that is a massive negative about him. But when I did change his work rates and change him to a right forward, he was a completely different player. He had absolutely crazy finesse shots. His finesse shots were really, really good. They weren't as good as someone like Inform Benteke. I did show you some crazy finesse shots by Inform Benteke, but Piatti, his finesse shots were nearly just as good. His finishing as well is just finesse. It is so easy to score. His power shots were also, they weren't as good, but you could get them in the top corner pretty easily. Just get it onto his left foot, and his shooting was very good. But his long shots though, at 85 in game, they weren't as noticeable. He didn't quite have the shot power to score some from really far. I think his shot power was only about 79, 78, something like that, so not as good as his long shots. Therefore, from a bit further out he wasn't too good, but his finesse shots more than make up for it, as his left foot was absolutely amazing. Was also really good was his acceleration. His acceleration was crazy. His balance, agility, those sort of stats, his physical attributes, they were really good. 93 acceleration did bring his sprint speed down to 84, I think it was 84, 85, something like that. On the card it does say 87 pace, but obviously 93 acceleration does lower the pace slightly. But the heel flicks, things like that, skills like that, they were absolutely amazing. I do sort of compare him to sort of a player like Messi. Obviously he's nowhere near as good as Messi in real life or on the game, but he was very good at just kind of stopping in front of defenders and then moving very fast. Had great acceleration. It was really good just clicking the left bumper and stopping, and the defender would just like lunge in or something, and then he'd just run past. But as I said, heel flicks, chops, stuff like that, they were really good with Piatti. So yeah, his dribbling as well, obviously at 87, that helped a lot as well. Just flicking in between his feet would just go past defenders very easily. And if you're against someone that's not very good and can't defend very well, all you have to do is run or just stop occasionally, and you just go round pretty much their whole defence and then get a finesse shot. So lastly, there's maybe a strength, which I don't know the exact in-game stat, but obviously it's not very high, as he's only 5'4", so he's not the tallest, but he was actually a lot stronger than I thought, and he didn't really get pushed off the ball a lot, so that was a nice bonus as well. So overall, do I think that he's worth it? Well, he does cost about sort of 180, 200k, and if you're going to play him at left forward, there's plenty of other options like Orellana or maybe not Jonathan Pereira, the French guy, or if you're playing at right forward, there's the likes of Dos Santos. But overall, he is a really fun player, and he's going to be very rare as well. You're not going to see many players like him, and you're probably not going to come up against many players like him. So I don't really mind paying that much, as I do collect silvers, and I do like to have the rare ones. But if you're going to play him somewhere else, or you're thinking about saving up to get him, I'd probably just try one of the other options like Dos Santos first. And if you're thinking of playing him as a left mid, to be honest, you're better off just using the normal one. Make the most of his work rates in a 3-5-2. He will defend for you, but the informed version is not going to be that much of an upgrade. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this player review. It's probably going to go on a lot longer than most of my other player reviews, but there was a lot to talk about with Piatti. If I did forget anything, I think I forgot about his free kicks. They were good as well. But if I did forget anything, then let me know in the comments section if there's any questions, and I will try and answer them. As for my next videos, I will probably have a hybrid squad builder out later this week, and then maybe not have another video up till the weekend. But as I said, this Piatti video wasn't going to be out till the end of the week, but I tried to get it out earlier for you guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a like, and thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.